Hi, my name is Ivan. I'm from Italy. I'm a scientist and I obtained my green card for extraordinary abilities. I'm passionate about my work because it allows me to be different every day and to pursue something new all the time.
Hi, my name is Theresa. I'm from Spain. I'm a graphic designer. I have an extraordinary ability visa and I live in New York. What I like about my job is that you create new things, you play with colors, you play with fonts, and you're always creating something new.
Hi, I'm Ramon, aka B-Boy Ramen. I'm from Mexico, and I came here through Extraordinary Ability Visa. America is really diverse. You see a lot of people. Philadelphia, you'll have different styles. New York, the origin of hip-hop, breaking.
Hi, I'm Gerald. I'm from South Africa. I am a painter and sculptor. I would encourage people to study and pursue their dreams in America. I work in New York, so I get an opportunity to see a lot of people get inspired by different cultures.
Hi, I'm Mandeep. I work in finance and I have an extraordinary ability visa. I would encourage people to come to America to pursue their dreams if they're right qualifications and abilities. And they can definitely apply for the visa and hopefully they should succeed.
Hello, I'm Manuel. I'm from Spain. I have an extraordinary ability. I like cooking from I was a child.
Hi, I'm Lydia and I'm from Jamaica. I have an extraordinary ability visa in athletics. I would encourage anyone to pursue their dreams here in America.
My name is Chisate Kagyang from Japan. I have extraordinary ability. I am a jewelry artist, and besides I'm teaching jewelry art in Manhattan.
Hi, my name is Kemdi. I am from Nigeria. I live in New York City. I have an extraordinary ability in athletics. I would encourage people to come to America to pursue their dreams. If I can do this,
So can you.
If I can do it,
So can you.
If I can do it,
So can you.
If I can do it, you can do it too.
Live at noon, it's the Brad and Squeeze Show right here on, of course, social media platforms, Facebook at David Squeeze, Annakie, Brad H. Bernstein, Law Offices of Spartan, Bernstein, and yes, on at the now unconventional means 93.5
Unconventional.
Yeah, WVIP FM.
Right. The things they used since World War II.
Yes.
WVIP 93.5 FM. That's how we started out.
That's how we
That is how we rolled for 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're on Facebook Live at all these different
platforms. Yeah. Right.
All right. So we have a lot going on. What am I listening to there?
Nothing.
1-800-529-5465.
My wallet. That's what you're listening to.
Yeah.
It's so fast.
Squeeze.
It's got absolutely. What's with all the plastics that there's nothing in it?
I don't know. It was very funny because Squeeze took out his wallet right before the show started. He put it on the table. I'm like, are you going to leave your wallet out for the entire show? And he goes, yeah, maybe I will. Maybe I will.
You see, you got to put it out in the universe.
Right.
So I'm putting my wallet out in the universe.
That's right.
That something comes back to it.
No, when you put your wallet out in the universe, what happens is stuff leaves the wallet.
There's nothing to leave the wallet.
There seems to be a lot of cards in there.
Oh, yeah, they're empty.
Right.
Key cards here, key cards there. But anyway.
All right, we got a lot to do here, Squeeze.
Yes, so let's get right into it.
Let's go right through it
It's a
here.
program about law, it's a program about fun, it's a program about everything.
Correct. And I want to remind everybody, we talked about this morning at the 9 o'clock, but this is very important. The Trump administration rejected 4,000 DACA applications, said they were received too late when they were received on time. And just last night, the Department of Homeland Security reversed their decision and is now accepting these DACA applications. If you are somebody who filed an extension for DACA or filed your first time, the deadline was October 5th of this year. If you made that deadline and for some reason your application was returned, please call us immediately and hopefully we can get that fixed for you. They just reversed their decision. I just want everyone to know that it can be fixed if you have proof that it was filed before October 5th, 2017. Call us right now at Spar and Bernstein, 1-800-529-5466.
And I'm sure your staff have reached out.
Yes.
Has reached out to these folks.
Yes. Well, yes, but there's a lot of people out there that we're not representing.
Okay.
Okay. So
I
just
think
want
you should represent everyone.
We should. Okay.
Why isn't everyone coming to you?
I don't know. Like I'm going to give you a perfect example of someone who's not.
You know how much I would pay to see you? If you told me your consultation fee was $500,
it's not.
It's not. But I'm telling you, I would pay it.
$200.
You know what? You want to know why?
You know how much it is?
You know what's in your brain, man? The only good thing I can vouch for that's in your brain,
knowledge,
is immigration knowledge.
Knowledge.
I can vouch for that.
Thank you very much.
He's giving me the look in his eyes. Is like it's like he's giving me the finger. It's like
I didn't give you the finger. I went like this.
It's like
if you roll back the tape, if you roll back the tape. 1 second. If you roll back the tape, I went like this.
I can vouch for one thing.
I went like this. Squeeze.
Immigration knowledge in your brain.
Yes.
I would pay for that.
Yes.
You understand? I wouldn't go anywhere else.
You could have a consultation.
I tried that before. I got screwed.
5 times.
And I got screwed.
We need a segment on that.
Yeah,
we do a segment.
We need a segment on everything.
Can we do a segment on how Squeeze?
We need a segment on my wallet.
On Squeeze.
We need a segment on this.
On Red Bull. We gotta do a segment on how Squeeze got screwed out of his citizenship 5 times until he came to me.
Yeah.
Right? And God knows how much you spent. Even that was 20 years ago. You probably spent, I don't know, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 on other lawyers before you came to me.
Yeah,
maybe more. I don't know.
More,
right?
Yeah.
5 times doing it.
Yeah, I was a dummy. I even went to consultants.
Oh God.
Anyway, that's the story of my life. I'm now a U.S. citizen. I'm a Jamaican citizen, and I love doing what I do right here, which is truly, genuinely showing people the American dream by way of this Brad and Squeeze show.
This is the American dream. And by the way, I want you to know something, Squeeze. We handle a lot of law.
I'm an example of the American dream.
You are an example of the American dream. We handle, and by the way, if you do want to have a consultation with me, the number to call that we say 1-800-529-5465, it's the same number to call our office to schedule a consultation with me or any one of my fantastic attorneys. You're going to meet Emily later, who's one of our fantastic immigration lawyers, and Paul Hirsch, who's one of our fantastic criminal defense attorneys. You're going to meet them later in the show. And by the way, as a lot of people out there know, we handle lots of different areas of law besides immigration. We're personal injury and construction accidents, criminal defense, divorce, matrimonial law, tax debt relief. And we handle most issues that somebody who is immigrating to the United States, they would need legal services for. And I think we do a pretty good job.
No, you do a good job.
Now, one area of law we don't handle, animal law. We do not handle animal law.
Right. You're an animal, right?
I am. Okay. I am. But we do not handle animal law.
Sure a few people think so.
But I want you to know there's 3 clients that this is true.
Okay.
Their names are Minnie, Beulah, and Karen. All right. I got to call them out. There they are. Minnie, Beulah, and Karen. They are 3 elephants.
They look like elephants.
They belong to the Comerford Family Zoo in Connecticut. And they have appeared in advertisements, movies, weddings, Minnie, Beulah, and Karen. The zoo owner, Tim Comerford, said the elephants range in age from 33 to 50, and they have belonged to the zoo for the last 30 years.
Excuse me.
And there's Tim. There's Tim Comerford. We went through very fast. And Tim says these elephants are part of his family. So on Monday, Steve Wise, an animal rights attorney, we don't do animals here, Squeeze. Yeah. Okay, an animal rights attorney with the Non-Human Rights Project filed a writ of habeas corpus petition on behalf of the elephants. Okay, a writ of habeas corpus, by the way, is used in immigration all the time when somebody is in detention in a jail and you're saying you're being held unlawfully. Writ of habeas corpus means bring the prisoner forward. It's Latin for bring the prisoner forward. So he filed a writ of habeas corpus on behalf of these elephants. The elephants, he says, are prisoners. And he argued that there are legal persons, in
Were
fact.
the elephants allowed to testify?
I don't know yet. They did not dial 1-800-LAW-LINK yet, so I have not had a consultation with these elephants yet.
Okay.
But he argued that they are legal persons with a right to bodily liberty and asked the Connecticut Superior Court to order their release from Tim Comerford. Tim claiming the elephants are part of his family. Wise and his group have also unsuccessfully made this argument for a couple of chimpanzees in New York as well, and the New York courts have turned down. His lawsuits cite a wide variety of scientific research establishing the species' advanced cognitive abilities, complex social lives, evidence of what the legal team says is the animal's autonomy. Now, we saw yesterday a gorilla swiping left and right.
Right.
Okay, on...
This is the animal show?
This is the animal show. This is Animal Kingdom at 12 o'clock. Okay? So, if the court grants a writ allowing the elephants to challenge the legality of their detention and acknowledging that they are in fact people, it could mean profound change for the legal rights of animals. For example, Lucky and T-Bone, my dogs, who appeared in the Great Pumpkin Contest.
They're American citizens.
They are American citizens, but they live in my apartment, and I don't let them leave. I don't let them walk the streets of New York City. They could, Tim Wise can come and file a writ of habeas corpus for Lucky and T-Bone.
But you may be holding these animals against their will.
I may be. I don't know.
You could probably be brought up on charges.
But apparently, every time it's feeding time, they seem to think.
But let me ask you
they are
something.
not being held against their will.
If you're incarcerated and it's feeding time, would you want to get your food?
I guess you would want the food. Right?
What are you going to know?
All right, so if Steve Wise has his way with the non-human rights, we will be having elephants, gorillas, chimpanzees, Lucky and T-Bone roaming the streets, dogs and cats living together, sheer absolute chaos.
Did you see movie Planet of the Apes?
That's what it would be like.
That's what it's going to be like real soon. The animals are taking over.
The animals are taking over.
We're going to be the ones with the leash.
I don't know. What do you think the elephant should be treated as a human being? I mean, I guess they should be treated with...
On a serious note.
In all seriousness, I guess they are... a lot of elephants are treated unfairly.
I would say that animals do have rights.
Yes.
And we need to treat them accordingly where rights are concerned. So people who are abusing animals and taking advantage of the animals, that should not happen. And the animals do need someone to represent them. And that's where people like you come in.
Well, yeah, I don't represent animals.
People like activists.
Right. Maybe an animal lawyer.
Right.
I don't know enough about it. I don't know how I would question the witness, the elephant.
Hence the reason.
And then, go ahead.
Hence the reason why I believe people should not eat animals.
Yes.
You should not eat any animals at all.
Maybe.
We all should become vegans.
Maybe.
We should eat trees. All the trees are living things. And Brad is like, yeah, right, all right, next.
But you're not a vegan. But you imagine if...
I eat fish.
Imagine if Minnie Beulah and Karen had to go to court and testify. And the lawyer is like, here's some peanuts, and he'd be like, I object. Peanuts, the elephant, he's, Oh my God!
Object.
Can you imagine?
Give him
Can you
peanuts.
imagine the lawyer giving the peanuts to the elephants coming to court? They do have rights. Ringling Brothers, by the way, had big problems with animal rights. They were treating their elephants very poorly.
They were.
They were treating their elephants very poorly, and that's one of the reasons why Ringling Brothers is now out of business. Because they decided to no longer treat their elephants poorly.
How long they went out of business?
I think a year or two ago. And
I realized it,
And once the Elephant Act was gone, they couldn't sell tickets anymore. People loved the elephants.
Yeah, everybody loves the elephant. Don't you?
Okay. By the way, there is an Indian adventurer. I don't know his name. Oh yeah, his name is Soo Yash Dixit.
Pronounce that again.
Soo Yash Dixit.
Pronounce that again.
Soo Yash Dixit.
It sounds like something from the.
Right. This is an immigration
Nobu.
story.
Sounds like something from Nobu.
This is an immigration story.
Tell me.
He has declared himself the ruler of an unclaimed strip of land in North Africa. Nobody has claimed this strip of land in North Africa. He now says he is the ruler, and he is encouraging people who would like to immigrate to his new kingdom to apply for citizenship.
Does this guy have any money?
I have no idea.
Does this guy have any domain where that?
It says Bur Tawal is the only place on earth where humans can live and survive that is not part of any state or country, with the boundary quirk occurring as a result of a border drawn up by the British in 1899. The explorer drove for 6 hours to plant a flag and some seeds in the desert land to establish the Kingdom of Dixit, named after himself. He posted on Facebook, following the earlier civilization ethics and rules, if you want to claim a land, then you need to grow crops on it. I've added a seed, poured some water on it today. Now it's mine. He also posted on Facebook, I am the king. This is not a joke. I own this country now. And here's the form for citizenship. And he is now applying to the United Nations to become a member country.
A nation.
A nation. He is not, unfortunately, the first person to claim he is the king of this land. There seems to be a dispute over who owns this land. In 2014, an American father traveled to the desert land with the aim of making his daughter the princess of the Kingdom of North Sudan. However, under international law, only a state can assert sovereignty over a territory. You cannot be an individual human being and just say, "This is my country." It would be like Squeeze, you going to your apartment and saying, "This apartment is now my country, and therefore I will allow people to apply for citizenship." And by the way, apparently people have applied for citizenship to your apartment. Is that true or not true? Come to think about it.
Everybody's got jokes. Everybody's got jokes on the Brad and Squeeze show.
But you can't legally go to a strip of land and say, "This is my country, it's unclaimed." Only another country can do that under international law.
That's very interesting, though.
Yeah. So Mr. Dixit will have a hard time applying to the United Nations.
So if I find this, let's say an island, I find this island.
Yes.
Can I claim it?
You can claim it that you own it, but you can't be a sovereign country and territory.
Okay.
You know, like, for example, Necker Island. I don't know if it's owned by, if it's a sovereign of a particular country. Is it? I don't know. Okay, but Mr. Branson owns it. But it's not a country that he's going to now go apply to the United Nations and say, I own this island.
Could he?
No, he can't, because he's an individual person. Okay. In international law, only another country can take sovereignty over the land. So, for example...
So then how do you become a country?
You don't become a country anymore. Only the existing countries, that's it.
So in other words, they've cut off countries there.
Unless the
you
can only create it in the United Nations now. So in other words, the United Nations can divide a country up and say, okay, now you're two countries, or the United Nations can vote and say, yes, this is a country, and allow you into the membership. But you just can't just show, walk in and say, I'm a country now.
So if I get my own little island, I can go submit my application to the United Nations.
Right, so if you get your little island and then the Jamaican army decides to overrun your island,
who says it's going to be anywhere near Jamaica?
They can now claim sovereignty over your island.
Asia.
But you can't.
Jamaica
would, trust me, the Jamaican army would hunt you down anywhere. If it's Southeast Asia, they're overrunning your island.
They'll probably come join me. Yeah. Squeeze, can we come live on your island?
Squeeze, what's the club open? All right, so we got a whole bunch of people here online. My wires are
all right, 1-800-529-5465. We're ready, willing, and able to answer those immigration questions of yours. Do remember to follow us on Facebook at David Squeeze Annakie, Brad H. Bernstein, Law Offices of Spartan Bernstein. Don't ask me what Brad's doing to my left, but he's doing something. 1-800-529-5465. Remember, follow us, share us. There's also the Brad and Squeeze page. I got to remind you of that. The Brad and Squeeze Show page, right?
Correct.
Make sure you follow. Make sure all of you go to that page, subscribe to that page, like that page, follow that page, share that page, and that's what we are. 1-800-529-5465. Is it the Brad and Squeeze Show page? Or is it the Brad and Squeeze?
The Brad and Squeeze Show page, I believe it is. I believe that's what
Inquiring minds want to know, and that inquiring mind happened to be mine.
Yes.
All right.
Let's go to Imani in Kingston, Jamaica. Imani.
Okay. Hi, guys.
How are you?
I'm great, thanks. I have a two-part question, immigration and what is it? Your credit history? Anyway.
Immigration and credit question. Our first combination. You know, we've done this for 20 years. Nobody's ever called with both a credit question and an immigration question in the same question.
Well, you know, you're welcome. Okay. So, all right. So I've called before. I've heard you tell 2 other people in the past 2 days that, and they were also filed for in 2013, over 21, unmarried, etc. And I heard you say that, hey, you know, maybe they're not in a rush to approve you because they know you still have to wait. So I'm like, okay, so maybe I just still have to wait even if they haven't approved me yet. Right?
Well, you filed in 2013. You don't have an I-130 approved?
It's not yet approved. So
Okay.
it's 4 years and some months overdue for an approval.
Yeah. Well, I would double check on that one. That seems to be a long time.
No, but I have, and they just keep giving vague answers like,
All right, as long as it's still pending, that's fine for now. Actually, it's to your advantage if you have children, because the longer it takes the I-130 to get approved, the older your children get past age 21 on the Child Status Protection Act.
No, I don't have any kids. I stayed away from that and married.
Okay. I was just saying that if you did have children, for people in that, it's actually to people's advantage to have an I-130 pending for a very long period of time if you have children reaching the age of 21, because those children will get to 22. In your particular case, let's say you had a child who was 20. I just want people to understand this has nothing to do with you. But, you know, if you had a child who was 20 and your I-130 is pending 4 years, that child is going to get to about 25 before they get thrown off the case. So, you know, in those situations, it's good. All right, so what's your question?
Okay, so that means I still have to wait. So the next thing is, as it relates to credit, I got a credit card, a student credit card from Bank of America in 2016, right about after Trump got elected. And just about 2 weeks ago, they increased my credit limit. I called them. They said that, it's because, you know, you have a good relationship with the bank, etc., blah, blah, blah. Now, my question is, when I get there, is that history that I have eligible to, you know, start like a good little credit score thing going on? Like, what would I need to do?
Well, if you already have established credit, then it stays with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you have nothing to worry about. You currently have established credit.
You have a Social Security number already.
Right.
No, I don't have a Social Security number or a tax ID. I just went to the bank, opened up a bank account. A year later, I got a credit card.
Which is what
and
I said
another
yesterday.
year later, they increased it.
Right. Which yesterday I said, like, a lot of students who are here in the United States, okay, some of them have gone to the bank.
I'm not living in the United States either. I live in Jamaica.
Right. But
you were on a student visa at some point? You were here?
No,
Bank of America is in Jamaica.
No.
She's never stepped foot in She's never stepped foot in America.
Hold on. Where did you open up the bank account?
In Jamaica.
In New York.
No, in New York.
In New York.
Well, you were
Jamaica,
here as a visitor.
Can I speak?
Yeah, as a visitor. So I traveled there as a visitor. I got a bank account.
I know the background.
I had it for a year. And then a year later, I got a student credit card because I was in school here in Jamaica. So, technically I'm a student, just not in the U.S.
Right. So it goes back to what I'm saying. You walk into a bank, some banks will allow you to open up bank accounts. You don't necessarily definitely need the Social Security number or the TIN number. All right? So many people do that. They open up bank accounts. Yes, you have established credit. Now, when you do come here and you get your Social Security information, you may want to update that in the system. It's going to tie you in ultimately anyway. All right? So the answer to your question is yes, it will help you. It will help you.
As far as credit is concerned.
All right.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right.
You're welcome. Bye-bye. Interesting.
Very interesting. Our first immigration credit question. That really was.
Yeah.
All right. 1-800-529-5465. Teresa.
By the way, we have 2 Brad Squeeze page.
Oh, I don't know. Okay. Trisha.
Hi. Yes.
How are you?
I'm wonderful. And yourself?
Wonderful.
Okay, I have a friend of mine. So what happened was he came to he's in the U.S. He has been living here from he was 7 years old, but he didn't renew his green card. So he wants to apply for his citizenship. Does he need a lawyer? Because he didn't.
You're asking a lawyer if somebody needs a lawyer.
Sorry.
I wonder what the lawyer would say.
What do you think the lawyer would say? course you need a lawyer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Of course.
Of course. But in all fairness, you know, there are people who do their citizenship on their own. There's, you know, not everybody hires a lawyer. But if you want, you know, peace of mind, even if you have a straightforward case, you know, when you go in for an interview, there is nobody there protecting your rights.
None.
There's an immigration officer that you're hoping will do the right thing. There's an immigration officer that you're hoping will follow the law. There's an immigration officer that you're hoping will follow the rules and regulations, but there's no guarantee without a lawyer there to, you know, checks and balances.
Right.
So, I mean.
So why I'm asking is because for the green card, he didn't renew his green card. So you know, the expiration date has gone for a long period of time.
Well, that's fine.
So,
he can still do his citizenship as long as it was a 10-year green card that he didn't renew, not a 2-year. As long as it was a 10-year, he's fine. He can do his citizenship. He doesn't have to renew it.
He does not renew. No, and also, does he still need a lawyer? Because I mean, he didn't renew from he was 7 years old. The time for him to renew. He didn't renew.
The answer is yes. He needs a lawyer because you're asking a lawyer if he needs a lawyer, and I would always say yes. You need a lawyer.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right, hold on one second.
All right. Okay.
Once again, folks, the number is 1-800-5... Did she have it?
Obviously, she didn't take my advice seriously when I said you need a lawyer. She goes, yeah? Clunk.
I
Take
always tell
that,
people,
Bernstein.
come to you, man.
Take that, Bernstein.
I always say, come to you, man. Nobody listens.
All right? When you hear the clunk, you know what that is? That's take that, Bernstein. And you too, Squeeze. Both of you.
Nobody listens to Squeeze, dude.
Let's go to Jessica in Newark.
Jessica, thank you so much for calling the Brad and Squeeze Show. 1-800-LAWLINK.
Hello?
Hello there.
Oh, hi. I have a question. I overstayed my 10-year visa, and I got married. I've been married for 3 years now, so I'm just wondering if I'm going to have any issues when I actually want to start my paperwork. Because I haven't turned in anything as yet, but I have been married for 3 years.
So your spouse is going to file for you?
Yes.
You overstayed your time. That's always an issue. You got to be in a legal marriage. That's also an issue. There's lots of issues that are involved. One of them is overstaying your time. But you are eligible to adjust your status for SIR as long as you came on a legal visa and you married to a citizen. And you can.
I came on a legal visa, but I just overstayed.
I understand that doesn't bar you from getting your green card if you're married to a citizen. But hold on if you need to.
Hold on, hang tough.
Let's go to Barbara in Tampa.
And then Barbara in Tampa. I just want to make something clear to you. Are you listening to me, Barbara? This is Squeeze.
Yes, I'm listening.
All right, sometimes I'm like, sometimes I'm not like. But one thing I'm sure about, nobody listens to Squeeze. But let's see if I can change that. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Now you tell me, because Brad is itching to start answer your question. Why is it thousands of people, approximately anywhere between 8 to 10,000 people listen to us every single day? 8 to 10,000 people listen to us every day. You would think that at least 10, 20, 30% of those people would retain the law firm of Spar Bernstein and not sit on their backside and just say, let me just wait or let me go try to figure it out. Why would they not want to come to a Brad Bernstein and retain him and use him? Regardless of you being in Tampa, Florida, which you can definitely retain the law firm, in California, Jamaica, wherever you are. Why? You tell me, why wouldn't someone do that?
You're asking me or
I'm asking her in Tampa.
Oh. Okay. Why wouldn't someone retain the lawyer and...
Yeah, why wouldn't they use Brad? Yeah, why wouldn't they?
I don't know. Most people want to have the one-on-one where they can, look into someone's eyes and see if,
We have that answer. Brad has the ability and he has the technology.
It's true.
He can actually look you in the eye and take care of it.
We can do all. And we're going to prove that to you ultimately. We can handle immigration in all 50 states.
Everywhere in all 50 states.
We actually fly to you for your interviews. And
absolutely.
So
let's go. What's your question?
Hello?
Yes, go ahead. What's your question for Brad?
I have a friend. She's been here very long time. I don't think she came legally. Her parents brought her another way since she was about 4 years old. And she's married, she's been married for 15 years. The husband is, he left, but he started her paperwork but never finished.
Right.
What does she do?
What does a friend do, Brad?
Why did the husband leave? What happened with the marriage? When did the husband start the case? Basically, your question is how does my friend get a green card? Her husband left her.
Yeah.
I would need to meet with the friend and talk with her. Okay. The first step would be to do exactly what Squeeze said: is have a consultation with me. Skype, telephone, wherever you are, or in person. All right. Hold on. All right. So.
Yeah,
Squeeze.
Yeah.
What we're going to do.
What are we going to do?
All right, we have a Braducation segment.
We do?
It's brought to you by USA Credit Repair.
That's Education by Brad.
It's Education by Brad, brought to you by USA Credit Repair.
Good credit repair company.
Right, and what we are going to do is we are going to give the answer to the free credit for 30 days will be found in the Braducation. So if you watch the Braducation segment, in that segment, Squeeze.
In that segment.
Is the answer to free credit repair for 30 days.
So free credit repair for 30 days.
Yes, correct. So let's take a look at Braducation. We're going to come back and talk about free credit repair for 30 days.
Not a problem.
Let's do it.
I'm a resident. What family members am I allowed to petition for?
As a permanent resident, you can file for your spouse, you can file for your children under 21, and you can also file for your children over 21, provided they are not married. You cannot file for your parents as a permanent resident. You cannot file for your brothers and sisters as a permanent resident. The waiting time for spouses and children under 21 are much shorter than the waiting time for children over 21. So the answer, Squeeze.
I like the Braducation.
You like the I look very distinguished.
You look very distinguished.
Very distinguished.
In that segment there.
Yes.
You sound
very smart.
Very smart because you are when it comes to immigration.
Yes.
I'm just disclaiming that. And I think you should do more Braducation.
We will
on the
do
pages.
more Braducation.
Okay.
I've done 50 of them.
Right.
We have 50 to go, Squeeze.
Right. And incidentally, we're going to clear one thing up right after the show. We're going to combine the Brad and Squeeze pages.
Okay.
There are two of them.
So what we're going to do right now is USA Credit Repair.
Yeah.
Okay. It is a credit repair company that actually helps you repair your credit. So if your credit's below 700, you have to call USA Credit Repair, and they will, as long as you follow their program. That is the key. You follow their program, they guarantee your credit will be raised in 90 days or money back. And if you know the answer to this question, nope, I'm doing it backwards. We're playing Jeopardy, right? Are we doing Jeopardy?
Jeopardy.
The answer is children and spouses. What is the question? We heard it in the Braducation video just now. Children and spouses. We heard it in the Braducation video.
You want to play it for them again?
You want to play it one more time?
I think you should play it for them.
Okay, we're going to play it for them one more time. And we're going to play it one more time. And if you know the question to this answer, spouses and children, you call USA Credit Repair at 1-800-872-7177. That's 1-800-872-7177. 1-800-872-7177. They will give you free credit repair for 30 days. They will guarantee your credit is up in 90 days. Money back guaranteed as long as you follow their protocol and program. 1-800-872-7177. And all you got to do is watch the Braducation video and it tells them
What's the question?
The question.
Yeah.
The answer is children and spouses. Let's see.
I'm a resident. What family members am I allowed to petition for?
As a permanent resident, you can file for your spouse, you can file for your children under 21, and you can also file for your children over 21, provided they are not married. You cannot file for your parents as a permanent resident. You cannot file for your brothers and sisters as a permanent resident. The waiting time for spouses and children under 21 are much shorter than the waiting time for children over 21.
Oh, bad. That's the Braducation.
The Braducation. Squeeze says I look like money there with the beard.
Yeah.
He said if you put a picture of me now without just a scruff,
Yeah.
and usually I'll be shaved.
Yeah.
So tomorrow
Put
I'll
a
be
picture,
shaved,
when
and then
you get waxed.
And when I look waxed, as
Someone said
somebody
on
said
your
on my page, or I watch what you say just because I don't say anything back, or with the beard.
Yeah.
Squeeze goes, if you ask people which guy's the rich guy, Squeeze is like the guy with the beard.
Right.
If you say which guy's the younger looking guy,
Yeah.
it's the guy without the beard. Depends which way you want to look. I like looking young. I like looking young.
Oh, you think without? Hold on, slow down. You think without the beard you look younger?
Yes.
You really think that? Mm-hmm. You're trying to tell yourself that.
All right. All right.
Let's
So
go.
let's go to who do we have first, Paul or Emily?
Doesn't.
All right. So we have Paul Hirsch from our criminal defense department.
Okay.
All right.
He's an attorney.
And he's an attorney. We're going to be. What? What? Jill is giving me
You're
too
supposed
many
to be talking
instructions.
to me. You can't be talking
She's
to
giving me
your
too many
invisible.
instructions.
You can't be
All
talking to your invisible
let's
producer that's in your ear.
Stop the show and let the invisible producer tell me what I should be doing. What should I be doing? Just do Paul. Sorry. She's going, ay, ay, ay. You know what she said to me in my ear? She goes,
No, I don't know.
Just
Everybody,
do Paul. Just do Paul.
through all the multiple platforms, we'll back to you.
Everybody's whining today. Just do Paul.
It's a good thing I don't whine. I'm just quiet. I'm a dangerous man.
All right, so we got Paul Hirsch from our criminal defense.
Find him?
Yes.
Can we find our criminal defense
There
attorney?
he is.
Paul,
There he is.
I don't want to tell you what you look like with those two strings hanging from your beard.
I don't hear him.
May want to turn on the microphone.
Yeah.
The on button.
While he's getting his microphone on, I want to tell you a little.
No, not there, on the computer.
I want to tell you something. When you plead guilty to a crime, Squeeze, okay, you got a criminal record for the rest of your life.
Yep.
A criminal conviction that can affect everything. Where you work, where you live.
Yep.
Certainly affects your immigration status, whether you can become a citizen, whether you're going to get deported, whether you can renew your green card, whether you can travel.
You can get certain jobs.
Correct. People plead guilty to convictions. They plead guilty to crimes that they necessarily should not have pled guilty to.
Just because they just don't want to spend a day in jail.
Correct.
A lot of them.
They plead guilty sometimes not knowing the consequences
of
what they're
guilty.
doing.
Right.
So when those things happen, you know, you never want to plead guilty because it's always harder to vacate the conviction after.
Right.
But when you got nothing else going, you're looking at deportation, inability to travel, inability to become a citizen, Paul Hirsch comes into play. Let's see if we can get him back with his volume
see if we
now.
can get his microphone
And we're
working.
going to be talking about how he helps people vacate their convictions. Paul Hirsch.
Let's see if we can get back to him.
This is a fabulous technical display of our abilities here right now.
All right.
I don't even hear Joe. All right, so let me tell you a little bit about vacating convictions, Squeeze.
This is a great show you have.
Yes.
All right, so
Well,
tell me a
so,
little
you
bit
know-
about vacating convictions,
Yeah.
which is something that your criminal defense department does here at the law offices of Spartan Bernstein here in Manhattan.
Correct.
Now, first thing first, what states do your law firm represent when it comes to criminal defense?
We represent people in the federal courtroom in all 50 states.
Okay.
But in a state court, it would be New York and New Jersey.
What are federal crimes?
Federal crimes are crimes that are brought to you against by the U.S. attorney. There's sometimes crimes could be both federal and state, depends on who's the prosecutor.
Thank you for clearing that up.
But in a state court, there are people who plead guilty to crimes all the time. Okay, maybe they're guilty, maybe they're not.
Okay.
They certainly didn't fight it out.
Right.
And a lot of times now, especially in New York, New Jersey, there's a 5-year statute of limitations, but especially in New York, if you are found guilty of a crime, and almost invariably, Donald Trump is now going to come look for you. Even from crimes from 20 years ago when you thought everything was going to be cool. We have helped person after person after person. Now, we're not successful on every case, but we have helped person after person after person vacate those convictions or reduce those crimes to a different lower level crime that doesn't affect their immigration.
Now, what I want for you to distinguish the difference between vacate, expunge, and what's the third? I always do this to you.
Pardon.
Yeah.
Okay. Those are 3 different legal terms.
Yeah.
Okay. Expungement,
which is what a lot of your clients come and say, it was expunged, so I'm good.
No, it's not good. Expungement means that you were found guilty, and years later they say, okay, you won't be guilty moving forward. But there was a period of time between your guilty plea and the expungement when you were guilty. And for immigration purposes, the definition of a crime is you were found guilty and a punishment was imposed. So if you were found guilty and they fined you, you did probation, parole for a 5-year period, a 10-year period, and then they expunge it, they say, okay, moving forward, you're not guilty anymore. But for that period of time, you did plead guilty and you did pay some sort of penalty, or you were incarcerated, or you did a parole, or whatever it is, a probation, whatever it is, or time served, that's a crime for immigration. Expungement doesn't help you at all.
Okay.
Vacating means you go back to the original conviction. You say, my rights were violated. My rights were violated because nobody explained to me the immigration consequences, or I didn't understand my rights, or my rights weren't explained to me. And had I known, I would not have pled guilty. I would have fought it out, and the evidence could have shown that maybe I would have been found innocent. Now under the Supreme Court came out with a Supreme Court decision, and in that decision, back in 2012, I believe, this law only applies constitutional law violation moving forward from 2012. So if after 2012 you weren't told, by the way, sir, you're going to get deported, or ma'am, you're going to get deported when you plead guilty to this, that's a violation of your rights. Prior to that, it's a violation of your rights, but there's no constitutional requirement for a judge to reopen your case. Now, in New York and in New Jersey, a lot of prosecutors, a lot of judges are saying they don't like what Donald Trump is doing. They don't like the fact that he is looking to deport somebody who was found guilty 25 years ago and has lived a wonderful life and maybe built a business and a family and children and is a taxpayer and a wonderful human being and made a mistake 25 years ago, and now Trump's looking to deport him.
Right.
They're going, even though there's not a constitutional requirement to reopen those cases, many times they will if we can show enough hardship and humanitarian reasons why those cases are open. There are discretionary decisions now. Discretionary decisions to reopen criminal cases from prior to 2012. It's mandatory after 2012 if your rights were violated. We have had much greater success, believe it or not, since on vacating convictions. Now, obviously, prior successful results don't guarantee a similar outcome. I got to make that clear, and not every case we win. But just in New York and New Jersey, especially in the 5 boroughs, or 4 boroughs, not necessarily Staten Island, but in Brooklyn, Bronx, Queens, Manhattan, there are a lot of judges, a lot of prosecutors that are a little more amenable to reopening cases than they were when Barack Obama was president, because Obama wasn't necessarily going to touch the person, but now Trump will.
Yeah.
So
in other words, Obama was ignoring.
So what, where you say, well, Donald Trump, is going to deport people, but the flip side is as well, you know what? There's some good people in the local court systems here in New York who will say maybe they shouldn't deport this person.
Right.
So we've had some success. Paul Hirsch was going to come and talk about it. We're having technical problems with him. But if you want to speak to Paul Hirsch, he's a former district attorney here in Brooklyn. He now is a partner here at Spar and Bernstein. And you can give him a call at 1-800-529-5465, 1-800-529-5465. I think Paul would have explained it a lot better than me. I'm not a criminal defense attorney, but I wanted to make sure that people understood what we wanted to talk about today. The telephone number to reach Paul Hirsch, if you have a criminal conviction and you're living in the New York area, you have a conviction in New York, it is an absolute free consultation to speak to Paul Hirsch, David Moreno, Jacob Hudnut about trying to vacate your conviction. If you're having a problem becoming a citizen, you should be talking to them. If you have a problem traveling, you should be talking to them. If you have a problem renewing your green card, you should be talking to them. You have absolutely nothing to lose and everything to gain by making a telephone call.
There you go.
You have to literally have cottage cheese between your ears if you say, I have a criminal record and I'm kind of stuck here. I can't make a move. I don't know what to do. Check out Paul. Check out Jacob. Check out David Moreno. Check out our criminal defense team. It's 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-529-5465. It's the same telephone number that you call to get on our show.
It's the
as
same
it is
number
the
for the law firm.
It's the law firm. 1-800-529-5465. You should be calling them.
Absolutely. Everyone should be storing the number if you don't need it now. 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465.
Do we have Emily available, or are we just going to go back to the lines?
No.
What are we going to be doing?
Skype is dead.
Skype is dead. All right, so let's go to Nicole.
What God is not.
God, never.
Okay.
Let's go to Nicole. Nicole?
Hello?
Hi, Nicole. How are you?
Hi, I'm fine. How are you guys?
Good, good.
Why don't
All right. So, I overstayed my visa, but I want to travel to a next state via plane. Would I like get any problems in the airport or anything?
Well,
like
I can't guarantee your safety when you go through TSA. I would be a liar to guarantee you safety, but I would tell you they're not looking. TSA's job is to find bombs and guns and knives. Job is not to find illegal aliens or people who overstayed on their visa. But certainly, you're always taking a heightened risk by going through an airport, taking a heightened risk by taking a train or a bus. You're taking a heightened risk by traveling now from city to city, from sanctuary city to non-sanctuary city. There's always a heightened risk of doing anything. But certainly, I would tell you, generally speaking, on an average day, it is very rare that somebody who is out of status gets stopped by TSA for immigration purposes.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much, guys. You're doing a great job.
Appreciate it. Thank you. 1-800-529.
I guess I'm not. I guess I'm not doing a good job.
She said guys.
No, thank you so much, Brad.
No, she said thanks, guys.
She said Brad.
Guys.
Brad.
Guys.
Brad.
I heard
She said
guys.
guys initially when she started the conversation.
I don't know. I think you're very sensitive. I
I'm
heard
very
guys.
sensitive.
Yes. All right. Go do
Not thin-skinned, but sensitive.
Go do a good job right now.
I'll try.
Okay.
So everyone out there, it's now 11 minutes before the hour. We do apologize for the inconvenience of not being able to bring a couple of the criminal defense attorneys on. However, we want to remind you that this is a full-service law firm here in New York City and representing way beyond New York City. In criminal defense, obviously, of course, in all federal capacity. But yes, definitely in New Jersey and New York, they represent you where the states are concerned. And also, we got to remind you about the personal injury department, which is one of my favorite departments because of construction accidents and much more. The number once again is 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Remember to give us a call, 1-800-529-5465. We also must remind you about the family law department. We spoke on divorce recently, all right? We spoke on the area of child support, another area where we have not spoken enough on, and I need for us to speak more on it. Child support issues are all across this terrain. I've seen it, heard it every single day. People have child support issues. They don't know where to do, what to do. They're getting letters. They're getting garnishments out of their check. They're being sought after by the mothers of their children and vice versa. Okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, just call the law office of Spar and Bernstein. Get some information. Get a consultation. 1-800-529-5465. I say that they are the all-star team right here at, of course, the law offices of Spar and Bernstein.
And by the way, on Law Offices of Spartan Bernstein Facebook page, Christine Bennett said, she said guys. You
just have to rub
the
it
Brad
in,
squad is
the Brad squad.
The Brad squad.
Yeah.
All
King Squeeze, where are you?
Let's go to John. John in East Orange, New Jersey.
John in East Orange.
John. All right, let's go to Deborah in Queens. Deborah.
Hello, good morning.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you, guys. I just have a quick question, right? I got married and then I hyphenated my name on my marriage certificate, but when I filed the USCIS paperwork, I did not use the hyphenated name. I only used my husband's last name. Now I am having issues. I got my work permit with my husband's last name. I got my social security card, and I'm having issues with the DMV because they're saying it's not matching my marriage certificate.
Correct.
When I called, they said I have to change it, and the only way to change it, because I did it in Hempstead, New York, they say, is to remarry.
No, come on. You can amend your marriage certificate. Why don't you? Wait a second. You hyphenated your name, your maiden name, and your married name.
Correct.
On your marriage certificate, you shouldn't have to amend it because you have your maiden name and your married name. I don't understand what doesn't match.
when I did my USCIS paperwork, I never used the hyphenated name. I only used my husband's last name, and then the paperwork that the EAD card.
But on a marriage, one second. Let me. Maybe there's a new marriage certificate, and I don't mean to interrupt you. But on every marriage certificate I have seen, it says, you know, the woman's maiden name, the husband's family name, and it says you're married. I don't think there's no section on there that says this is the name you're now taking. I've never seen that on a marriage certificate, so I'm not sure what they're looking at the motor vehicles. Why don't you make an appointment to come in and show us everything, because that doesn't make sense to me.
Okay, sure.
Okay. All right, let's go to...
Let's move to another call. 1-800-LAW-LINK, 1-800-529-5465. Book your appointments. If I were you, you have options. You can come and see another attorney, or you can come in and see Brad. Respectively, $100 for another attorney, $200 for Brad. It's worth every penny. I've seen it traded every day.
Basharat in Los Angeles, California.
Basharat, how is LA?
Yes, hi. Everything is fine, and I'm so excited to talk with Brad because I'm a big fan of his.
Oh, thank you.
And he really people makes dreams come true. It's right. It's
thank you. Thank you.
So maybe I'll be in the.
I hope so.
My question is My question is, like, I filed I-485 marriage law case, and I have 4 AED with me, and my interview has been made in Houston in January 26, 2017. And since then, they said that your case is held for a background check. I make a couple of info passes. I went like 4 to 5 times. Whenever I go there, they said, your case is held for the background check. I need to know what should I do next.
Let me ask you, I have a question. You did an adjustment interview in Houston. What are you doing in California right now?
Actually, my wife, she belongs to California, and I have a job on that time in Houston. Now I permanently moved here, and I put AR-11 form, and I changed my address at the USCIS. Right. And since I make so many info passes, never get a response, a good response.
What happens, unfortunately, I think it's a change of address more than a security background check, unless you know we have to be worried about you. You seem like a nice guy, but you know unless we got to be worried about you, I think it's the AR-11. Once you transfer your address from Houston to Los Angeles, they're transferring your file to Los Angeles. It may not have been transferred, or eventually will be transferred, and then goes to the back of the line in Los Angeles. So I think it's the change. I think it's the change of address. Sounds like to me.
I went to the Los Angeles office. They said we receive your file, everything, but your case is held for the background check.
No, your case is held in the back of the line. And then what's going to happen is when it gets to the front of the line, it's as if it was just filed in Los Angeles. So now, you know, maybe I don't know what the backlog is in Los Angeles. Say it's a 6-month backlog from the time you file to the time of an interview. You're going to wait that same period of time, unfortunately.
Okay. So is there what I can do next? Like, can you take my case even if you are in New York? Because I'm from Pakistan, and I know a lot of Pakistani. You help them.
Yeah.
And they always remember you in your praise.
Yeah. We handle cases in every state. Also, you're from Pakistan. Perfect. I know they do more background checks for people from Pakistan, but we handle cases in every state. Okay, so hold on one second.
Can I send my documents toward your office?
Yeah, hold on one second.
And spread the word within the community about this show, the Brad and Squeeze show, all right?
Hold on. All right.
We'd love to get the Pakistani community listening.
We'd like to get lots of communities listening. Yeah. All right? We can help everybody, Squeeze. Yeah. Everybody. Except elephants. Can't help elephants. Do you have any questions on Facebook?
You know who's the elephant in this room?
Me. All right. So, you have any questions on Facebook?
All right. So, Kim, you're killing me. Why don't you go to your page, Brad, and I go to my page, and we'll see if we have any questions.
Let's see. Facebook. I have to, because we don't have our social.
We don't have our social media guru. Is there a boycott going on with Skype on us?
I don't know.
Anyone who uses Skype?
All right. So, Kamika Scott asks.
Yeah.
I just lost Kamika's.
Let's go to my page here. Once again, folks, the number is 1-800-529-5465 is the number for the law firm, is the number that you actually call to get on the show. And once again, you can also place your questions on, of course, my page. Good afternoon. This is from Nikki Brown. Squeeze, I know it's an immigration, but I'm wondering if this is a credit question.
All right, so let me start. Erica UL says, I was told parents can file for their children over 21 that are not married, but they won't get a green card. No, that's not true. You can, if parents can file for children over 21, they will eventually get a green card.
Okay.
Qualmelet El Salvador asks, hi, can a 10-year green... Oh, God. This is like gremlins here. Hi, can a 10-year green card holder can help, and how long
See
will
what
that
I'm saying,
take?
Jill?
How long will a 10-year green card holder help?
See?
I don't even understand that one question.
See, Jill? See?
Right.
Now you understand?
All right. Wow, what's the average wait time? It's 7 years for children over 21.
All right, here's
Can
one.
Keith Lindo wants to know, can I get my step granddaughter a visit to the USA? You don't get your stepdaughter anything. She has to apply for a visitor's visa herself and show she has enough ties to get home. That's all I see here.
All right. No one is here, Jill.
Kamika asks,
right.
if a person is a green card holder and they want to file for their spouse, how long will it take? About 18 months to 24 months.
Here's one.
Yes.
From Paula. How long does it take to file for children over 21? I'm a resident.
How long does it take for children?
To file for children over 21. I am a resident.
7 years. 7 years if they're unmarried. How many people does it take to put on the Brad and Squeeze show, Squeeze?
I don't know.
I don't know. Well, obviously not enough. Radio Bondi wants to know if he can help TPS people from Haiti. We're getting the question.
It's amazing how we're doing that in unison.
Yes, in unison. The answer is yes. Anything else? I think we're going to get going, Squeeze, and we're going to regroup for tomorrow. What do you think?
I think we should. We have about a minute and a half left on the Brad and Squeeze show live at noon. Do remember that we're here each and every single weekday, live at 9, live at noon, and from time to time we replay the shows. But you can go to our Facebook pages, especially the Brad and Squeeze show page. All right, we're going to be tying both Brad and Squeeze show page in one. All right. 1-800-529-5465 is a very important number. Let's make it legal right here on 93.5 and also on Facebook. The proceeding was informational only and not specific legal advice. Consult an attorney about your individual situation. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome in the future. To make an appointment with the Spar and Bernstein law firm located at 225 Broadway in New York City, call 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Easily remembered, 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-LAWLINK. Once again, make a call to 1-800-529-5465. And of course, link up with the law offices of Spartan Bernstein located at 225 Broadway on the 5th floor. If I were you out there, make the call, make the link, make the connection, make it Spar and Bernstein. 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-529-5465.